Welcome,
All right.
everyone.
Welcome. Good morning, everybody. It's so good to see you. We thought we would start our morning with our morning song, just like we do at school. Does that sound good? All right. We got a few more friends joining. If you want to choose an instrument, maybe get your hands all warmed up so you can do some clapping. Get your legs all warmed up so you can do some patting. Get your voice go la la la.
La la la.
La la la. Oh, so nice and warm. All right. Is everybody ready? Let's do it. Good morning to the sun. Good morning, everyone. We practice every day to be kind, so we have fun. Good morning to the world. So much to thank you for. The sky and all the trees and the swish of the breeze.
Come closer.
All of them. I might just hold your hand. Let's have a lovely day and learn all that we can. Yay! Good morning. All right. So today, my friends, is a very special holiday. It's Miss Thea and Miss Julia's one of our absolute favorite holidays. Does anybody know what it is?
What's today?
It's Earth Day. Oh my goodness. There's our globe, just like we use for sunwalk celebrations. It's a model of our Earth, which is all of our homes. It's the planet that we all live on. And it's such an important day today because Earth Day is a day that we celebrate our home. We celebrate our planet that nurtures us and takes care of us and lets us grow. So amazing. So one thing that Earth Day really makes me think of is growth, because the Earth allows, with its land and with its water, it allows lots of things to grow, right? Look all around us, all this green. Look at me and Miss Julia. The Earth is allowing us to grow. So I thought I would start with this book called My Very First Book of Growth. All right, so this one, I need your help to answer some questions. So the first question is, this is an acorn. What will it grow into? An oak tree.
We have lots of those around here.
So many. All right, the next one, you all know the answer to this one. We have a tadpole. What will that tadpole grow into? Some good guesses, guys. Oh, a frog. All right, let's see what's next. Next up, ooh, some radish seeds. Some radish seeds. What will those grow into? Well, I think that's a pretty good guess. Some yummy, yummy radishes. We have radishes growing in our garden at school right now, and they're very happy. The next thing is, ooh, what is that? An egg? I would call that an egg. What will it grow into? Eggs can grow into multiple things. Let's see what this egg will grow into. A chick. Can everyone sound like a chick? All right, next up, ooh, some bean seeds. What will those grow into? A bean plant.
Delicious.
We also have these growing in our garden right now at school. Maybe some of you have them growing at your house too. Pretty cool. All right, let's see what's next. A tulip bulb. This is a type of seed. It's a big seed. We call it a bulb. What do you think it might grow into? Oh, it's beautiful. A tulip
Lovely.
flower. How beautiful is that? So this bulb is underground, and then the tulip grows above ground. Very nice. All right. Ooh, you all know this one too. What is this? A caterpillar. And what will that caterpillar grow into? After it goes through metamorphosis, it will grow into that's right, a butterfly. Could everyone be a butterfly like Miss Julia? You flap your wings like a butterfly. Oh, so many beautiful butterflies out there. Love it. All right, let's see what's next. A pine cone. Pine cones have a lot of seeds inside of them, and then they open up. And what will they grow into? A pine tree. Yay.
We have a lot of those around here too.
It's true. All right, last one. What do you see? Some legs. And it's a mama with a baby in her belly, where you all grew in your mama's belly, just like us. So neat. Thank you for reading that story with me. That was an excellent one. All right, let's see. All right, my friends, I have something very exciting to show you. And it is something we talked about last week, and something that we are going to get to watch go through metamorphosis, just like we're watching our tadpoles go through metamorphosis to turn into frogs. We get to watch something else now because it's even warmer in springtime. And let's see if you can see them. There's one. There's one. Does anybody have any guesses of what these are in this little cup? Does anybody know? There are caterpillars. We're going to get to watch these caterpillars grow up, go through metamorphosis, and turn into, these will be butterflies. Yep, these will be painted lady butterflies. Yay! You want to tell the caterpillars, thanks for letting us observe you? Yeah, we'll get to keep watching them. We'll make sure and send lots of updates. Why don't we sing our metamorphosis song next? That's a great one to sing. All right, let's do it. Everybody get their instruments ready, whether you're using your hands, your voice, both, whatever you are choosing. Ready? Have you seen the worms with the little fuzzy hairs? Stop! Wait! Look over there! It's wrapping and wrapping. I'm seeing less and less. I think that's called a chrysalis. Now it's time to wait for days or months or years. Something really special suddenly appears. Moths, butterflies, butterflies are moths. And that's what you call metamorphosis. Yay! So exciting. We are looking forward to watching those caterpillars go through metamorphosis, aren't we? Mm-hmm. So my friends, next, Miss Julia has a very special book that she gets to share. And I'm going to share my screen. All right. Some of you may know this book.
This book is a classic. Classic means it's one of the best books ever by one of my favorite authors ever and illustrators by Dr. Seuss. This book is called The Lorax. How do I do it? Mm-hmm. The street of the lifted Lorax. At the far end of town, where the grickle grass grows, and the wind smells slow and sour when it blows, and no birds ever sing, excepting old crows, is the street of the lifted Lorax. And deep in the grickle grass, some people say, if you look deep enough, you can still see today where the Lorax once stood just as long as it could before somebody lifted the Lorax away. What was the Lorax, and why was it there? And why was it lifted and taken somewhere from the far end of town where the grickle grass grows? The old Onceler still lives here. Ask him. He knows. You won't see the Onceler. Don't knock at his door. He stays in his lurkum on top of his store. He lurks in his lurkum, cold under the roof, where he makes his own clothes out of miff-muffed moof. And on special dank midnights in August, he peeks out of the shutters, and sometimes he speaks and tells how the Lorax was lifted away. He'll tell you, perhaps, if you're willing to pay. On the end of a rope, he lets down a tin pail, and you have to toss in 15 cents and a nail, and the shell of a great-great-great-grandfather's snail. Then he pulls up the pail, makes a most careful count to see if you've paid him the proper amount. Then he hides what you've paid him away in his snub, his secret strange hole in his groovulous glove. Then he grunts, I will call you by my whispermaphone, for the secrets I tell are for your ears alone. Slop, Down slops the whispermophone to your ear, and the old Onceler's whispers are not very clear, since they have to come down through a snurgly hose, and he sounds as if he had smallish bees up his nose. Now I'll tell you, he says, with his teeth sounding gray, how the Lorax got lifted, taken away. It all started way back, such a long, long time back. Way back in the days when the grass was still green and the ponds were still wet and the clouds were still clean and the song of the swami swans rang out in space, one morning I came to this glorious place and I first saw the trees, the trufula trees, the bright colored tufts of the trufula trees, mile after mile in the fresh morning breeze. And under the trees I saw brown barbaloots frisking about in their barbaloot suits as they played in the shade and ate trufula fruits. From the ripulous pond came the comfortable sound of the humming fish humming while splashing around. What a beautiful scene. But those trees, those trufula trees, all my life I'd been searching for trees such as these. The touch of their tufts was much softer than silk, and they had the sweet smell of fresh butterfly milk. I felt a great leaping of joy in my heart. I knew just what I'd do. I unloaded my cart. In no time at all, I had built a small shop. Then I chopped down a trufula tree with one chop, and with great skillful skill and with great speedy speed, I took the soft tuft and I knitted a thneed. The instant I'd finished, I heard a gazoomp. I looked and I saw something pop out of the stump of the tree I'd chopped down. It was a sort of a man. Describe him? That's hard. I don't know if I can. He was shortish and oldish and brownish and mossy, and he spoke with a voice that was sharpish and bossy. Mister, he said with a sawdusty sneeze, I am the Lorax. I speak for the trees. I speak for the trees have no tongues, and I'm asking you, sir, at the top of my lungs. He was very upset as he shouted and puffed, what's that thing you've made of my trufula tuft? Look, Lorax, I said, there's no cause for alarm. I chopped just one tree. I'm doing no harm. I'm being quite useful. This thing is a thneed. A thneed's a fine something that all people need. It's a shirt, it's a sock, it's a glove, it's a hat. It has other uses, yes, far beyond that. You can use it for carpets, for pillows, for sheets, or curtains, or covers, for bicycle seats. The Lorax said, sir, you are crazy with greed. There is no one on earth who would buy that fool thneed. But the very next minute, I proved he was wrong, for just at that minute, a chap came along, and he thought that the thneed I had knitted was great, and he happily bought it for $3.98. I laughed at the Lorax. You poor silly guy, you can never tell what some people will buy. I repeat, cried the Lorax, I speak for the trees. I'm busy, I told him. Quiet, if you please. I rushed across the room and in no time at all built a radio phone. I put in a quick call. I called on my brothers and uncles and aunts and I said, listen here, here's a wonderful chance for the whole Wensler family to get mighty rich. Get over here fast. Take the road to North Nitch. Turn left at Weehawken, sharp right at South Stitch. And in no time at all, in the factory I built, the whole Wensler family was working full tilt. We were all knitting thneeds just as busy as bees to the sound of the chopping of trufula trees. Then, oh, baby, oh, how my business did grow. Now chopping one tree at a time was too slow. So I quickly invented a super axe hacker, which whacked off 4 trufula trees at one smacker. We were making thneeds 4 times fast as before, and that Lorax, he didn't show up anymore. But the next week, he knocked on my new office door. He snapped, I'm the Lorax who speaks for the trees, which you seem to be chopping as fast as you please. But I'm also in charge of the brown barbaloots, who played in the shade in their barbaloot suits and happily lived eating trufula fruits. Now, thanks to your hacking my trees to the ground, there's not enough trufula fruit to go around, and my poor barbaloots are all getting the crummies because they have gas and no food in their tummies. Well, those barbaloots don't look well at all. They loved living here, but I can't let them stay. They'll have to find food, and I hope that they may. Good luck, boys, he cried, and he sent them away. I, the Onceler, felt sad as I watched them all go, but business is business, and business must grow, regardless of crummies and tummies, you know. I meant no harm, I most truly did not, but I had to grow bigger, so bigger I got. I biggered my factory, I biggered my roads, I biggered my wagons, I biggered the loads of the thneeds I shipped out. I was shipping them forth to the south, to the east, to the west, to the north. I went right on biggering, selling more thneeds, and I biggered my money, which everyone needs. Then again he came back. I was fixing some pipes with that old nuisance Lorax came back with more gripes. I am the Lorax. He coughed and he whiffed. He sneezed and he snuffled. He snargled, he sniffed. Onceler, he cried with a croofless croak. Onceler, you're making such smogulous smoke. My poor swami swans, why they can't sing a note. No one can sing who has smog in his throat. And so, said the Lorax, please pardon my cough. They cannot live here. I'm sending them off. Where will they go? I don't hopefully know. They may have to fly for a month or a year to escape from the smog you smogged up around here. What's more, snapped the Lorax, his dander was up. Let me say a few words about the gluppity glup. Your machinery chugs on day and night without stop, making gluppity glup, also schloppity schlop. And what do you do with this leftover goo? I'll show you, you dirty onceler, you. You're glumping the pond where the humming fish hummed. No more can they hum, for their gills are all gummed. So I'm sending them off. Oh, their future is dreary. They'll walk on their fins and get woefully weary in search of some water that isn't so smeary. And then I got mad. I got terribly mad. I yelled at the Lorax, now listen here, Dad. All you do is yap yap and say bad, 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 bad. Well, I have my rights, sir, and I'm telling you I intend to go on doing just what I do. And for your information, you Lorax, I'm biggering and biggering and biggering, turning more truthful of trees into thieves, which everyone needs. And at that very moment, we heard a loud whack. From outside in the fields came a sickening smack of an axe on a tree. Then we heard the tree fall, the very last truthful tree of them all. No more trees, no more thieves, no more work to be done. So in no time, my uncles and aunts, every one, all waved me goodbye. They jumped into my cars and they drove away under the smoke-smuggered stars. Now all that was left neath the bad-smelling sky was my big empty factory, the Lorax, and I. The Lorax said nothing, just gave me a glance, just gave me a very sad, sad backward glance, as he lifted himself by the seat of his pants, and I'll never forget the grim look on his face when he heisted himself and took leave of this place, through a hole in the smog, without leaving a trace. And all that the Lorax left here in this mess was a small pile of rocks with the one word, unless, whatever that meant, well, I just couldn't guess. That was long, long ago, but each day since that day, I sat here worried and worried away through the years while my buildings have fallen apart. I've worried about it with all of my heart. But now, says the Onceler, now that you're here, the word of the Lorax seems perfectly clear. Unless someone like you cares a whole awful lot, nothing is going to get better, it's not. So, catch, calls the Onceler. He let something fall. It's a trufula seed, the last one of all. You're in charge of the last of the trufula seeds, and the trufula trees are what everyone needs. Plant a new trufula, treat it with care, give it clean water, feed it fresh air, grow a forest, protect it from axes that hack, and then the Lorax and all of his friends may come back. That story is about all of us and our opportunity to help take care of our earth. Thank you for listening, guys.
All right, my friends. We thought that because we're celebrating the Earth today, that we could sing a very special song that all of you enjoy singing on our birthday celebrations. The Earth Goes Around the Sun. Does everybody remember that one? Oh, look what Miss Julia has. How exciting. I think we can sing it together. You ready? The Earth moves around the sun. The Earth goes around the sun. It takes a year to get to here. The Earth goes around the sun. Again! The Earth goes around the sun. The Earth goes around the sun. It takes a year to get to here. The Earth goes around the sun. Yay! So special. The sun is our star that warms our planet and allows our home, the Earth, to help us build life. Isn't that amazing? So cool. All right, so next we have Miss Madeline, who would like to read another special story to all of you. Let's see. I'm gonna find.
Hello, everyone. It's so nice to see everyone's beautiful faces this morning. We're going to read another book that's about taking care of the earth. This one's called The Giving Tree. And it is about taking care of the planet as well. I'm sorry, I thought I could just hit share screen and it doesn't seem to be working.
You should be able to. Let's see.
It said one participant. Oh, look, James has a copy of that book at his house.
Oh, cool, James.
That's exactly the book we're looking for, James.
I think it's just because I haven't done it before.
You see at the bottom of the screen that it says share screen. Can you click that?
A green.
Yeah, so I'm doing it, but I'm gonna have to go into my preferences and stuff and figure it out because it's not like I've never done it before.
Okay, let's have Miss MK share what she would like to share, and then we'll come back to you.
Sorry about that.
No, please don't apologize. All right, Miss MK is here also, everybody. You want to tell her hello?
MK!
Hello, everyone. It's so nice to see you. I hope you all are enjoying lots of outside time. I have this time with your family and at home. Some fun things that I have seen other people do or have been shared with me have been using that outside time to maybe do a craft. And let's see if I can, sorry, my workspace is a little messy, but I will show you what I have here. All right. So this first one that I did was made a funny face using some flowers and different leaves. I have these leaves that looked kind of like lips and this little seed for the nose and just some grass for its hair. And then these little funny leaves that I thought looked like ears. And then this little lady has some dangly earrings on that I used some of my wisteria with. Another one that was shared to me a couple weeks ago was doing the same thing, but with a tree. And so I went out into my yard today and picked just some plants that needed to be pruned already. And I was just going to add them to my tree. It's hard to do with one arm, but if you wanted to add some flowers to your tree, what else do I have in here? My dandelion. So today, while y'all are outside with mom and dad's permission, maybe see about, oh gosh, there we go. See about which plants you are able to pick from the ground. You don't want to pick a whole lot because you want them to be able to grow. But if you have some tall grass that's maybe going to get mowed at some point, or some plants that they're going to cut or prune, go ahead and pick them, and you can do some funny faces or make that tree. And then if you would, send them to Miss Thea and we'll share them with the rest of the class.
Hey, what a great idea. Thank you, Miss MK.
Yeah, absolutely. Happy Earth Day, everyone.
Happy birthday.
I think since I think we will save the giving tree for a future circle time, but that's a wonderful book that many of you probably have and are familiar with, and this is a beautiful day to read it, and we will read it all together in the future.
Miss Brittany is on too. If we want to, I'm going to pull her up so that we can say as well. There she is.
Hey guys.
How are you doing?
Good. How are you?
Wonderful.
Kai, do you want to say hi? Eli, do you want to say hi? Hi.
Happy Earth Day.
Happy Earth Day, guys. I've been over here taking care of them, but we made an Earth Day craft too.
So cute.
We drew the earth and we put a Band-Aid on them because we like to fix them and clean them up and put a heart. And then we made a birthday hat and some wiggly arms and legs.
Love it. That's great. Thanks, Miss Brittany.
Thank you.
All right, everybody. So Miss Brittany's craft really brings together this whole Earth Day celebration, talking about the Band-Aid, because one of the most important things to think about on Earth Day is how we as stewards, because all of us are stewards of the earth, we are all here to help protect our home, right? And keep it safe and keep it clean. So maybe you could talk to your mom or your dad about what you could do to help be stewards. At school, we do lots of things. We save our food scraps so that they don't go landfill. Instead, we make them into, what do we make our food scraps into? Do you remember? Compost. Can everyone say compost? Yeah, so that we can have really excellent.
Can you say compost?
We like a lot of food. We save water, right? We do a lot of water. There's not endless water on our planet, right? So it's important to do saving of water. We like to limit their use of power. There's all sorts of things you can do. We like to pick up trash around, right? So important. So you can be thinking about that today and how you can protect the earth and how you can celebrate the earth, maybe making some beautiful crafts like what Miss MK showed us. That was wonderful. And soon we'll have Miss Maddie read The Giving Tree. Absolutely. So I'll let everybody say Happy Earth Day and maybe say bye if you want to, and I can unmute everybody if you want to kind of hang out in the room and chat with each other. There's about 10 more minutes, but it'll allow the room to be open, but it is 10:30, so that was perfect timing. It was great to see you all. Happy Earth Day.
Happy Earth Day. See you soon.
Happy birthday. Bye, everybody.
Oh, there's Rosemary.
Mama's birthday. Bye, everybody.
Lizzie. Look, there's Lizzie. Hey, Lizzie.
There's Will.
Manny.
Say hi.
All right, bye, everybody. Happy Earth Day.
Bye, happy Earth Day. Bye, everybody. Yeah. Bye. Yeah. Bye. Bye.
Bye. Happy Earth Day. Good to see you.
What's gonna come away? Bye. Let's invite her. Hi, Kai. Hi, Miss. Where?
We're the same person.
No, on the keyboard. On the keyboard. On the keyboard.